baby out of your body and you're done. The work is done. I actually thought once the baby is out, maziwa inakujanga hivi. Her eyes were like this. I'm not sleeping anytime. I'm awake. It's a lot. You'll be exhausted a lot. It's not what you think. There's nothing new under the sun. Whatever I'm feeling, some other mom is also feeling. Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. My name is Mama Atarah, and if you're new here, karibu sana. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking onto this video. And if you haven't turned on the notification, please turn it on so that you're notified every time I put up a new post. So I do content around lifestyle, motherhood, and travel. So if you're interested in that kind of content, give this video a comment and share with your friends. Now let's dive into the video. So guys, as you've seen on the title of this video, today we are doing things I wish I knew, or somebody told me, or I researched for the fourth trimester. For the fourth trimester is the postpartum period after you've given birth. So these are just, some of those things that honestly I really struggled with, and I wished I had known them earlier before I gave birth so that I could be prepared mentally, just mostly mentally. Yeah, so let's go on to the first one. So guys, the first thing I wish I knew after giving birth was the truth. Simple. The truth. I wish I knew the truth about the fourth trimester. And by the truth I mean, the way you're always told, yes, it's hard, but it's all worth it. It's all good. At the end of the day, it's good. Yeah, but so what exactly am I experiencing? What is this hard thing? What is it? I used to hear about the fourth trimester, and I used to be like, I mean, you already have your child, so what is the fourth trimester? Because by the time you're in your third trimester, you're so tired. How do I put this? You're so tired, you're exhausted, and the only thing that is in your head, in your mind, is just getting this baby out of your body and you're done. The work is done. Oh my goodness, little did I know what I was going to go through after giving birth. Because honestly, for me, after I knew, I was like, I even told Atarah's dad, Mimi, once I give birth, that's it. You are the one to take over, because I've done this for 9 months. And for me, I was sick. I was really sick when I was pregnant. So I was like, I've done my part. Now, after I give birth to this baby, it's going to be your part. That's what I told him. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I think about those words I used to say, and I'm like, what if somebody who had given birth or told me whatever you're thinking, that's not it? I don't know, maybe I would have been prepared. Because afterwards, actually, once the baby was out, I was like, oh my god, my baby is so perfect. Oh my god, she's just amazing. And then I was like, wow, my work is done. And then I was told to breastfeed the baby. And I was like, oh, with what milk? Yeah, yes, it was that bad. But I think from that moment when I was just being told I needed to breastfeed, I needed to do this, I needed to do that, and then feeling so down there, my goodness, I felt overwhelmed. And then even I struggled a few weeks later, and I kept on saying that I wish I did my research. I wish I knew this is what was going to happen after I gave birth. That's what I wished for, and now I'm telling you guys. Yeah, so the first thing I wished I knew was the truth, and I should have done my research. You know, sometimes when you're a mom and you see someone else who is pregnant, you don't know what to tell them. Sometimes you just encourage them and tell them everything is going to be fine. But for me, I felt like I needed more. At that point, I didn't think I needed more, because now they're telling me everything is going to be fine. So I knew everything was going to be fine. But now, things are not fine. Things are not fine, and I'm supposed to be happy in this moment. I have my daughter with me. I have my child in my arms. But why? Why am I struggling? Yeah, so what do I research? What do I put on the Google search tab? What? Yeah, so I really struggled postpartum with just the introduction to it. I really struggled with it. And for any mom out there who's pregnant and who's watching this video, I would recommend you do your research for postpartum. I know most of the time you're always, researching about pregnancy week by week, what is going on, labor and delivery. You're preparing your mind. But even as you do that, just prepare yourself for the 4th trimester. It's real, and there's many things that moms talk about in forums. So just do your research, Google everything, and at least have some information. So even if you're just done from giving birth, you know what to do, like me. Yeah, so do your research, women, ladies, mamas. Do your research for about 4th postpartum period, what to expect and how to go about it. Okay. Number 2, breastfeeding. Oh goodness. Hey, breastfeeding. You know breastfeeding has to be part of this discussion. So breastfeeding, guys, is an amazing thing. Breastfeeding nourishes your child. Breastfeeding bonds you to your child in a certain kind of way. And I struggled, guys. That's another thing I didn't Google, or I didn't research. I used to see women breastfeeding and they were fine. So I never saw a struggling breastfeeding mama. I never saw one. So I knew I was gonna be like that when I started breastfeeding. I actually thought once the baby is out, maziwa inakujanga hivi ikiflow tu. Honestly, every time I keep thinking about it, I just feel so disappointed in myself for not knowing and for assuming. I used to think, yani utaflow, you will flow with breast milk. I used to see women with patches of milk and think, I mean, it's your body. It knows what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to remove milk, produce milk. Little did I know what it meant. Oh my goodness, I struggled fast with latching. So we have a video of me and Baba Atarah trying to put my nipple inside Atarah's mouth. That video is just funny. Okay, now looking back, it's funny, but at that moment, I could cry. I'm being told I'm supposed to breastfeed this child. She can't open her mouth. How am I supposed to do it? Like, show me. So we are there trying to put my nipple. My nipple is not even like steady. We're trying to push it inside her mouth. Then she used to do this. Oh my goodness, Atarah. So sometimes I would press it and then it would be like drops. So once I give her those drops, me, I used to be like, she's done, she's breastfed, until I was told actually those drops of milk, the first drops of milk, they're usually enough for a child. So okay, this information I came to know much later, but at that point I was like, okay, she's not crying, so maybe she's fine. Yeah. So I kept on doing it though, like many times. I would latch her on until like, I don't know, the second day or the third Saturday. No, I gave birth to her on Friday. Sunday. On Sunday, she started latching. Hey, my goodness. Guys, the pain. Oh my goodness. I used to think she had teeth. I remember that Sunday when my mom had come with my aunt to check up on us. And I told my mom, I think Atarah has teeth. And my mom was like, no, she can't have teeth. She was here on Friday. She did not have teeth. So I'm like, Mom, I think she does. Because when she latches, I feel like it's teeth. Then my mom said, oh, that's normal. I'm like, hey, this is not normal. Until but then I realized once she latches, she would like suck breast milk out of the breast, but I used to remove her. And then the next days after that, I started having vidondas on my nipple area. Even if I applied nipple cream, Vaseline, Valon, nothing worked, guys. Nothing worked. Oh my god, I really struggled. I really did struggle, and I don't know how to put this, but I kept on saying labor and giving birth was easier than breastfeeding. I kept on repeating it. I used to be like, I wonder why people are scared of labor. People should be scared of breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is so hard. Okay, right now, still, it just takes away, it takes so much from you, your energy, everything. And then I started thinking about how I thought now, the way after I've given birth to her, my body is going back to me. And now she's still using my body. I know it sounds bad, but it's the truth. It's the truth. That's how I felt. And I cried. I cried a lot. I used to cry a lot. I used to, my friends used to check up on me and I cried on the phone, telling them the way I think breastfeeding is hard. And I understand moms who always say they can't breastfeed, because me, I'm at that point. It's just that I've seen I don't know, my mom friends who I had that time told me it's possible to continue. It's just the first few days and you're good to go. And I was like, if it's few days, sour, but if it continues forever, me, I'm done. I can't do this. Anyway, the vidondas started to heal, and then I came to find out that for you to not have those vidondas, you, like when you're pregnant, you apply the nipple cream or Vaseline onto your nipple and massage your nipples. So this is another information I wish I knew before now giving birth, because I would have been doing it. I didn't do it because I didn't research about it and no one told me about it. So I started feeling bad even more, because now I wish I knew, because there was a way I could have prevented that. And anyway, every time anyone asked me how I was doing and how breastfeeding was, I used to tell them the truth, because breastfeeding is it takes a lot from you, and I think somebody needs to be prepared mentally for it. And then came cluster feeding, guys. Cluster feeding. Oh my goodness. There's a day she was I think, like, I don't know if it was like 5 days or 6 days after I had given birth to her, and she was breastfeeding and she couldn't stop. I mean, you're a child. How much can you eat? How much can you eat? It was so weird, because the baby kept on wanting the milk. Halali hata for long anaamka anataka maziwa. You bap the child, sleeps, you put the child back on. I think I breastfed her how many times? Within 3 hours, I had breastfed her so many times. And then I was like, can a child overfeed? I think I even asked at some point on my Instagram. I even asked my mom, is this like normal? Because I don't think it's normal that the child is eating like this. And then now I went to Google to see if it's a normal thing, and women kept on saying the children in the first 2 weeks they would cluster feed. I think the first month. That's when I even learned about the term. I remember Baba Atarah was like, I think the baby wants you, and I'm like, no, I can't do this. Can you just take the baby and go? Oh goodness. Until I learned the word cluster feeding, and then I told him, I think what the baby is going through right now is called cluster feeding, and it's going to end. And I just started reading through about breastfeeding until, I came to start feeling okay with it, and it didn't bother me as much. So that is my breastfeeding journey. Actually, my baby right now is 13 months and we're still breastfeeding. I'm so proud of myself for breastfeeding that child for this long. I know there are moms who breastfeed for a longer time, and kudos to those moms, because it's a really hard journey. It's a challenging journey. It's fulfilling, yes, but it is challenging. And I think moms and moms to be should know breastfeeding is a really challenging process, and you just need to have the support from your family, from your friends, and you'll be able to get through it, because eventually it's going to be fulfilling. It nourishes your baby, and your baby gets all the nutrients that your breast milk provides for them. So I advocate for breastfeeding, but it is something that somebody needs to be prepared mentally that it's a challenge, and it's not going to be easy. But once you are prepared and have the support you need, you'll be able to, push through that. Anyway guys, so if you're enjoying this video or if you're getting information about it, give it a like, please. Also, if you are relating to the type of things I'm saying, or if you have any questions, just drop them down on the comment section below so that we can discuss, we can laugh about the experiences we've had with breastfeeding. Anyway, the third, this is 6, if I do this is 6. The third thing, postpartum depression stroke rage. I'm so grateful that I didn't have to go through postpartum depression, but I really didn't know there was something called postpartum rage. This is something I've shared with a few people, and I won't dwell much into it, but once the story is about once you've given birth to a child, it's beautiful, it's amazing. You see this human you've created inside of your body, and they are perfect. They're so perfect. For me, I even felt so imperfect that I felt like I didn't deserve her. I didn't deserve to have her because I didn't feel like I was enough for her. She was so perfect and so precious. This is something I even came to, just appreciate the process, because I came to know I am the perfect mom for her. And that's just that. I'm her perfect mom, and I'll always try and do my best to give her what she needs and to nurture her into growing into a beautiful, independent, strong woman who is going to go after what she wants. That is the person I want to raise, and I hope she's going to be that. But when you have this child and your emotions are usually all over the place, and there's so much to you don't know that you're looking forward to, and sometimes it may overwhelm you. And I didn't know that. I didn't know it was going to be a lot of emotions. I knew it was going to be just emotions for happiness, the things you hear, I'm a happy mom, I'm happy I have this child in my arms, I can hold her. So I knew once you have your child, it's total happiness, 101%. What is struggles? What is sadness? What is loneliness? I didn't think there was anything like that in actually even me when I wanted a child. I didn't want to be lonely. That's why I wanted children. Yeah, because I wanted to spend some time with some tiny human beings that I can raise, and even if they leave me in the future, but by the time I have them, I just have this will to live, this purpose that I was looking for. And a few days into motherhood, and I am crying a lot. Everything is overwhelming. I am sore. Everything hurts. I have my baby. She's amazing. But why am I not feeling amazing? And it was fine. I mean, it's an adjusting period. But then there's a time, you see, when you have a young child, their day, during the day she sleeps, during the night she keeps waking up a lot, and during the night, you know, you're tired, you want to sleep, you what, and it's not possible because you have another human being who's depending on you to, you know, to eat. And for me, I wasn't pumping, so she wasn't having a bottle. So that meant that every time she would wake up, I had to wake up and feed her, and then we would go back to sleep. But let me tell you, Atarah even had problems with her eyes. She couldn't even open them very well. She had, I've forgotten that word. If I remember it, I'll put it here. She had them in her eyes, or like on her eyes, yeah. So she couldn't open her eyes like so much. But let me tell you, during the night time, her eyes were like this. I'm not sleeping anytime. I'm awake. And I want to see you do something to entertain me, please. Okay, that's what I used to think she was telling me. But I remember I was struggling with the whole night thing. Her waking up like many times, like 4 times during the night. And there's this day I was so tired, and she slept, and then she woke up. So I woke up with her, and then I breastfed her. And then I would sit with her like this on the bed, and then she would feel sleepy, and then she would sleep, and then I put her down. She was sleeping next to me. So when I put her down, immediately I put her down, she would wake up. And this day I was so tired, and I don't know, she kept on crying weirdly. So I picked her up with like this. What's wrong with you? Why are you not sleeping? Why? And I think she felt that negative energy, and she cried. And I immediately started apologizing to her. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. You know, I'm so sorry, I won't do it again. But I felt so bad because I picked her up like, come here. It was so bad, and I didn't think much of it at that point, and I was so sad that I did that to her. She, you know, she's a tiny baby. Does she even want to be in this wild? And I'm here making her life miserable. Yeah, I felt so bad. I felt like a bad mom. And I even told myself I didn't think I would ever tell anyone about it. But then there was an article I was reading about postpartum depression, and they talked about postpartum rage, where, you know, you're just angry at your baby, and whatever feeling they described is what I felt at that point. And I even had the people who even, you know, when they're going through that, they feel the need to harm the baby, and they're saying if you feel the need to harm your baby, you seek help. And I felt so bad that, you know, these feelings are actually there, and I'm not the only one who feels mad or angry at the baby. And it just, you know, I felt so bad. I felt sad. I asked for forgiveness from my daughter. I apologized to her, but it's still, you know, how many I just started feeling about, I just started thinking about the women who go through this postpartum depression, and those moms who feel like harming their children. You find a mom has harmed their child, and you would probably go off on them, like, why would she do this, and it's not that they don't love it. They're going through something and they need help, and that's why that article said these moms need to seek help where they can get it. So I don't want to dwell on it, but it's something I didn't know, that I wish I knew, so that you just prepare yourself for the emotions and all the feelings that you may have, and just to know how to go about some of these things, so that if I had read something like that before and I felt like I was mad or angry, maybe I would have handled the situation differently, and I wouldn't have put that negative energy on my child. So yeah, that's it on postpartum depression. I don't want this video to be so long and be so sad. Yeah, so the fourth one, lack of sleep, exhaustion. Oh my god, I used to hear this, but I didn't know the extent or how deep this thing was going to go. So guys, there's a video I even did on my TikTok about how tiresome motherhood can be, because for me, I want to be as honest as possible with the process, so that we don't glorify something. Fourth trimester is hard. Fourth trimester is really, really hard. Okay, I have to start from after I gave birth, because these are things I didn't know. So after I gave birth, Atarah was just sleeping. Few times she would wake up. I remember even during the night, when our first night, I even put an alarm at 2. I put an alarm at 2, at 4, like after 2 hours, so that I keep checking on her, because I was told you don't sleep. So, and I knew babies sleep for too long. I didn't know the whole thing, how it's supposed to go. It's so funny, because I didn't know how it was supposed to go. So the first night, hey, it's 2, baby's not waking up. Oh my goodness, they wake up on their own. The first day I was like, lack of sleep. These people who are saying lack of sleep, what are they talking about? It's day 1, it's day 2. Hey, me, I'm cruising through this motherhood. What is this lack of sleep that people are talking about? Guys, when I started to experience it, I was like, I wish I knew. And even though you knew that there was lack of sleep, you just don't know how deep this thing can go. Children are different, babies are different, and let me tell you guys, the exhaustion is real, but if you have a support system, you can maneuver it. I'm not saying if you have people who help you, you still not be exhausted. You will still be exhausted. Breastfeeding is already exhausting, yeah, because cluster feeding and all. You can have people to do housework for you and stuff, and you can even be bottle feeding your child, and somebody else can do it for you. but still you will be exhausted, because you know most of the time the child is on your body a lot. But if you have a good support system, family and friends, your husband, your boyfriend, if you have people who are supporting you by helping you, you know, with things here and there, then you won't feel as much exhaustion as you would if you're doing it alone. And this is just to, you know, say, for those women who do it alone, and for those moms who do it alone, you are amazing. You are doing an amazing job, and you don't even need me to tell you. Just know, whatever you do, and God has a plan for all of us, and why we go through things differently. So yeah, that's, I don't think there's much to share on that, but whatever you think exhaustion is, if you go deep, it's more, it's a lot. You'll be exhausted a lot. It's not what you think, it's a lot. You will be tired. And the fifth one and the last one for me, motherhood is a lonely journey. It is a lonely journey, and I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know it. I mean, I had friends. I mean, if I wanted to talk to my friends, I'll talk to them. You know, and they're calling me. You can have a whole support system. Your moms, both your moms, if you have like mother-in-law and your mom, you have your husband, your boyfriend, or your baby daddy helping you. You have your sisters, your brothers, your nannies. You can have all those people and still feel lonely. This is why, because you see, experiences are different. What I experienced and what my mom experienced, they're totally different things, but similar. I hope you're understanding me. Sometimes you want to share some things with people and you don't want somebody telling you, yeah, I know. As if sometimes you just need somebody to validate what you're feeling, and sometimes people don't know what you're feeling and their answers are just off. And that's why I felt like I wish I had a community of moms after I gave birth, or just before I gave birth, just, you know, to be in a group of moms who we can relate. We're going through the same things around the same time, and you know, I don't have to, I can share what I'm feeling and say whatever it is I want to say, and I know somebody there is going to like relate to what I'm saying. I'm so grateful right now. I am in a mom community, and it's so great and nice just knowing you have women who are going through the same things you're going through. You share milestones, you share challenges, you just share what you're going through, and it's just fine. It's not the same as sharing that with like your mom. It's not. It's just different. It feels different. It feels so real. And moms are that. You just need a group of women, a group of moms who, you know, won't judge you and will share in exactly what you're feeling, because there's nothing new under the sun. Whatever I'm feeling, some other mom is also feeling, and that is something I wish I knew, or I wish I had when I gave birth. I had a friend of mine, Faith, who was a mom, and she used to help me, and she used to share with me some things, and you know, it actually, she was one person who I listened to when she was telling me about breastfeeding, because you know, people are telling me, and they're not moms, it's going to be alright. But for her, when she told me, like, I would believe her, because she's going through that. She's been through that. My mom couldn't even understand what I was telling her. No? Journeys are just different, and I just want to thank the moms that I have right now, who, you know, share the experiences with me. I share mine with them, and we help one another, we encourage one another, we validate each other's feelings. And for me, that's what I feel like every mom needs. And yeah, never feel like Atarah join us on Facebook. You just see what moms are going through. You just feel like you relate to these people. You know, it's just, you need it. You need it. You cannot raise that child alone. And as a mom, you need support from other moms who are going through the same thing as you are. So those are the 5 things I wish I knew after I gave birth, or I wish I knew before I gave birth, or rather the fourth trimester. Yes, the 4th trimester. Things I wish I knew about the 4th trimester. So thank you guys for listening to me. I know I've talked so much, but if you have anything to add, what struggles you had after giving birth and what you wish you knew, just comment down below, and I'll be able to read, you know, and reply, to just feel like, you know, wamama tunapitia ma struggles mingi. And even if you're not a mom and you know you have any questions, just comment them down below, and I'm sure moms who have the answer to your questions will be able to answer them. Okay, anyway guys, so that's it for today's video. I'm so happy I got to share this with you guys, and I've always just wanted to share, you know, these things that I didn't know with like a lot of moms out there. So kindly share this video with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. I hope to share more about my motherhood journey with you guys. So guys, that's it for me. Bye. See you in my next vlog.